Hello, fellas. What is the real reason women misread signals? Dear women, today I will talk about a very important issue because most women interpret a man's lack of interest as a wrong signal. A smile, an emoji, a like, suddenly turns into the thought, does he like me? But there is a painful truth here. Men are not complicated. If they are interested, they show it. If they are not, they don't. So why don't we understand this? There are several psychological reasons. First, women naturally tend to empathize. They don't look for ill intentions. They fill in the gaps with positive interpretations. Second, we mistake someone treating us well for interest. However, being well doesn't mean liking someone. Third, we have a tendency to create hope in uncertainty. When we don't get a clear answer, we start thinking, maybe he'll change over time. And most importantly, loneliness, past traumas, or romantic expectations lead us to interpret even the wrong signals as if they were the right ones. But it's time to stop. Today, I'm going to tell you 10 signs that clearly show a man isn't actually interested in you. For each point, I'll give a real-life example so you can confront yourself and ask, did I experience this? Before continuing with the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for these videos that will help you redesign yourself, or rather, your mind. First point, you always initiate communication. Think about it. How many times has he initiated the conversation in the last few weeks? Do you know why this is important? A man who is truly interested wants to take action without waiting for you to make a move. In short, he doesn't wait. For example, you woke up in the morning, you wrote, "Good morning" to him. A reply came. Again, just one word, "Good morning." No, "How are you?" or any question about what you're doing. Then you couldn't resist and wrote, "How's it going?" At noon, a reply came. He only shared his own thoughts with you and didn't ask you what you were doing. You shared something in the evening, posted a story, or sent him a real photo. He still responded, but he was never the first to message. This is a very clear indicator. If a man is interested, he initiates conversation. Because he's curious about you, he wants to hear from you. Being busy, distracted, or tired doesn't break this rule. Now, let's move on to the second point. He constantly keeps you waiting, giving cold and delayed responses. The only difference from the first point is this. In the first case, he can neither completely separate from you nor fully connect with you. Or rather, he wants to connect. He enjoys your attention. He benefits from your energy, and you make him feel good in some way. But in this situation, unfortunately, even that is missing. For example, you write to him saying you had a difficult day. Hours pass without a reply. Then a one-word response comes. So that's it? I understand. Okay. This isn't just about being busy. This means he prioritizes you less. He doesn't want to deal with you. He doesn't want to listen to your problems. He doesn't want to pour his energy into you. He only wants to receive, but not give. True interest is revealed by timing. A man who likes you won't lose sight of you. Point 3, he's not really interested in you. He doesn't remember details. While women are very detail-oriented, men are superficial. They approach events in terms of cause and effect, looking at the whole picture, and, if necessary, going from macro to micro. This doesn't mean they're wrong or incorrect, of course, but a man who is truly interested in you will even remember the number of the hair dye you used. Just mentioning it to him once in passing is enough. I'm sure you've experienced many such situations. or the other way around. For example, you told him you had an important meeting on Monday. On Friday, he asks, "What meeting?" Women remember even the breathing of the person they're interested in. Men do too, only if they're interested. Point 4. He doesn't make an effort to meet. If a man truly wants to see you, he'll create time even if he doesn't have it. You suggest coffee on the weekend, and he says, "I'm busy." You suggest it again, and he says, "Another time." It even goes so far as to say, "Let's FaceTime for 5 minutes before bed." And he says, "I'm watching a game. You sleep." The plan is always postponed. If there are many excuses, there's no desire. This means he probably wants to talk to someone else. Point 5. Avoiding physical closeness. Keeping distance. This is a very critical point. It's the most obvious, easiest to understand, and most unquestionable point you should accept, dear ladies. He unconsciously puts distance between you when walking side by side. He doesn't touch your shoulder when taking photos. He slightly pulls back when your arm touches his in the cinema. Attention, this isn't shyness, because even a shy man wants to be close to a woman he likes. Physical contact is an outward expression of emotional contact. Otherwise, he's already given up on the possibility of a relationship in his mind. Point 6. Low energy when talking to you. You're talking, he's only half listening. He's looking at his phone. He's giving responses like, uh-huh, maybe. This is a sign of a lack of interest. An interested man, even if his energy is low, will show that he's listening to you. It makes you feel like you're talking to a wall. You think what you're saying is nonsense. You hesitate to tell him your own problems. Yet, a relationship is exactly like that. Sharing both good and bad times. If you feel like listening to you is a burden for him, unfortunately, you're not where you need to be. These are already very important signs for understanding the other person's attitude. But maybe one day he'd listen to you and another day he didn't. Or one day, out of nowhere, he remembered a chocolate bar you really love and bought it for you. Please don't get carried away in these situations either. He's actually still not interested in you because a man who likes you doesn't have these mood swings. He's afraid of losing you every time he leaves, and he wouldn't take that gamble. Point 7. He doesn't include you in his life. It feels like trying to force your way into a house where you don't belong. Don't give in to your enthusiasm, excitement, and curiosity, and try to force your way in or wait in vain in front of that door. You've been talking for months, but his friends don't know you. Birthdays, special occasions, family matters. You're not included in any of them. He talks about his plans, but the word "we" is absent. He doesn't talk to you on the phone in front of his friends. You know nothing about his family or siblings. This means you're mine, but I'm not yours. Please listen to this last sentence again, internalizing it. Point 8. He frequently talks about other women. This woman could be a friend, an ex-girlfriend, or someone he likes. It doesn't matter. He's signaling to you that you're not a woman in his life. For example, in conversations, they might say things like, "My ex-girlfriend used to do this." "A girl at the office was really cute today." "I'm talking to a girl, but we'll see." If they bring up other women, it's a direct message. Don't expect anything from me. What I'm saying might hurt you a little, but please don't be angry with me. To save yourself from this situation before you create even bigger problems within yourself, please check how many of these things I've listed are already present in your life. Use this awareness to prevent future regrets. Be on your own side. Item 9. It only appears when you're alone or when you feel like it. Ghosting, benching. We've already talked about all of these in other videos. I probably don't need to tell you exactly how dangerous this behavior is. Don't sabotage your emotional state by knowingly and willingly spending time with these kinds of people. For example, they're gone for a week. Then, on Friday night, they suddenly text, "Are you awake?" They talk at length. Morning comes, and they're gone again. This isn't attention. It's a method of managing solitude. You become their comfort zone. Now for the last point. When you ask for clarity, he avoids it. He doesn't answer. This is one of the most critical points. If he's not interested in you, the answers will always be vague. You ask him questions like, "Where do you see us? Where is this relationship going? What do you want with me?" Generally, you don't get an answer. He either avoids it, mumbles something vague, or changes the subject. He says you're overwhelming him, that you're putting pressure on him, that his life is already complicated enough. He might even go further and accuse you of being insensitive. If a man wants something, he won't have trouble offering clarity. But if he doesn't, vagueness is what comforts him most. However, dear women, the only thing you should take away from this video is, if you don't accept the truth, you will be the loser. Now look, it's time to stop deceiving yourself. If you're experiencing more than 3 of these points, that man doesn't like you. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't look for other meanings beneath the surface. Don't try to justify him within yourself. Fighting further for someone who plays with your feelings, keeps you waiting, and drains your emotional energy. That's no longer love. That's self-torture. I'll tell you something painful. Women's feelings are very strong. Actually, if that man doesn't want you, you already know it. You just don't have the courage to accept it. But it's time to accept it. It's time to stop trying to force things. Finally, what I want to tell you is, stand up and recognize your own power. What you need to do now is very simple. Don't take his indifference personally. This isn't about your worth. Set a limit on your time, energy, and heart. Let go of the man who doesn't see you, because you will see yourself. And remember, every day you try to fill the void left by the wrong man, you're blocking the path of the right man. Make a decision today. Turn to yourself, not him. You are a valuable woman, and a man who truly wants you won't hide it. He'll show it openly, without hesitation. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos. See you in the next video.